Yo, what's going on, boys? How you guys doing today? Welcome back to another Sneak 2 video. And in today's video, we're gonna be talking about the new event and also what are the things that you should be going for with your BENTO tokens for the event. So the event just started today and it's got some pretty interesting rewards. It's got adept weapons, it's got materials, it's got Momentos. So I kind of want to talk about the rewards and the ones that I think that you should be going for since you do have a limited amount of tokens. You could get a max of 8 tokens, so you definitely have to kind of be mindful where you spend them. For those of you guys that are wondering how to get the Chatterwhite shader, you get it by completing 5 of the BENTO quests. Currently, you can only complete 4 of them, but once Friday and Sir actually arrive, then you will actually be able to do all 5 of them, or even more of them, to get your Chatterwhite shader. So yeah, it's pretty much like time gated till Friday when Sir actually gets here. So that's pretty much what we're doing today. We're basically going over the rewards and the ones that I think that you should go for first. So without wasting more time, let's get into it. And first, I want to start with the weapons and armor since I think that's the one that most people are going to be going for. And the very first item we have here is the Cloud Strike. And you can get yourself this exotic sniper for 3 tokens. And that's pretty much going to be my biggest complaint when it comes to the Cloud Strike, because I do think that it's still a pretty good weapon, but it just costs so many tokens. It's probably like the most expensive reward that you can get during this event, and I just don't think it's really worth it, that many tokens, considering some of the other things that you can get in the event. The only time that I would recommend that you go for the Cloud Strike is if you already have like a good roll and all the other weapons that are available, and you also don't feel like going for any of the other like Momentos or materials, maybe you're maxed out on those as well, then go for the Cloud Strike, get your Cloud Strike, since it does make you not have to run that very annoying playlist to actually have to get the Cloud Strike. But besides that, I think there's just much better ways of using the tokens than going for the actual Cloud Strike. Next up after that, we're going to have the Cataphract, the Trials Grenade Launcher with Bait and Switch and Enemy Assassin. You 100% want to pick this up. This is a great grenade launcher, and this is also an adept version of the grenade launcher as well, so you can use all the adept mods. And it's only 1 token, so you definitely want to pick this up. It's an amazing roll, and it's also a strand grenade launcher, which is one that we don't really see too often. So this is definitely a weapon you don't want to miss out on. It's a fantastic grenade launcher. Now after that, we're going to have the Igneous Hammer, and this is the roll that it comes with. It's Ferret Magwell, Fluted Barrel, Fragile Focus, Precision Instrument, and a Ranged Masterwork. And I actually am not the biggest fan of this roll when it comes to like the Igneous Hammer. And that could be because I do play on console, so I think to like favor stability a little bit more. But this Igneous Hammer just seems like it's a little bit overkill when it comes to the range. But if you never picked up an Igneous Hammer, or you're just new to the game and are just looking for some Crucible hand cannons, then this one's gonna be pretty serviceable, especially since it's an adept one, so you can also use the adept mods and add like stability or range or whatever stat you wanna add to it. So while it might not be the best roll in the Igneous, it is still definitely very good and is definitely worth the token. After that, we're gonna have the Horror Sleaze, and I did not expect them to actually throw this in there. It has Arrowhead Break, Accurate Rounds, Perpetual Motion, Kill Clip, and an Stability Masterwork. This one, it's pretty okay. Like, there's not really much that I can say about the Horror Sleaze. A lot of you guys may actually have this roll specifically already. The 540s right now, they're just an okay type of pulse rifle. So if you have any leftover tokens that maybe you don't know what you're going to use on, I would say pick up a Horror Sleaze. It is a cool weapon, it is a cool sounding weapon, and it's a weapon that we haven't seen in a while. So I would definitely recommend that you pick up the Horror Sleaze if you have any leftover tokens, but it's definitely not like a high priority item like maybe the Cataphract Grenade Launcher. And our last weapon is going to be the Riptide with Concussive Reloader and Choke Clip. Now this is going to be pretty great. You know, Choke Clip is pretty much like the only thing that you're looking for in the Riptide. And while most of the people I would say have a Choke Clip Riptide by now, if you're a new player and you're just getting into the game, this is fantastic. Definitely pick it up. Or if you're somebody that just never goes into the Crucible, then this is your chance to pick up a pretty easy Riptide. So definitely go for that one. It is 1 token. A lot of the people, I don't think are going to go for this one because they may already have it. But if you don't have it, definitely pick it up because it's a really good roll and it's a fantastic weapon in PvE. It's just amazing. Any endgame type of content or even not endgame type of content, the Choke Clip Riptide is going to be fantastic. And also in this category, we're also going to have Artificer Armor. You could get it for your Titan, your Warlock, or your Hunter. Now, if you don't do any like type of endgame content where Artificer Armor doesn't really come to you very often, maybe you only have your Artificer Armor from like when Sir sells it, then I could definitely see getting some pieces of Artificer Armor definitely being worth it. But this one's really going to come down to the type of player you are. I would definitely say that it's worth it if you don't do a lot of endgame content, so you don't get a lot of Artificer Armor. But if you do, definitely don't pick this up. You probably won't need it anyways. So the armor actually ended up being set rolls, which is kind of disappointing. I thought I was going to be used like a random roll, but they ended up making them set rolls, which is kind of disappointing. And they're okay, but definitely nothing like super spiky, nothing that would go out of my way to actually grab. Now moving on to the second type of reward, this is currency, and here we have Ascendant Alloys, Ascendant Shards, Exotic Ciphers, and also Spoils of Conquest, with all of them being 1 token. I think the most useful thing that we actually have on this category, and the reason that they actually capped it at only being able to buy it 3 times, is the Spoils of Conquest. You can do so much with the Spoils of Conquest. You can get more raid weapons if you are in a raid. You can unlock some of those past exotics from the Monuments of Light in the tower. This is especially useful if you're like a solo player and are trying to get some of those old raid exotics. Or the Spoils of Conquest will also allow you to use their deep sight harmonizers, so you can get your crafted raid weapons a little bit faster. So I definitely recommend that you try to get as many Spoils of Conquest as you can, but unfortunately the limit is 3. If there was no limit, I may have just wasted all my coins right here. I won't use the Spoils of Conquest and just get a bunch of free spoils. But they did end up limiting it to 3, so the max spoils you can actually get this way is 75. Which is still a pretty good amount, and it definitely will help you out. Now after that, you have some exotic ciphers. I know a lot of people kind of struggle getting some exotic ciphers, so that's something you can go for as well. That will probably be my second go-to choice here. And then after that, I think Ascendant Alloys and Ascendant Shards pretty much are pretty equal. I would just say to go for these if you really are hurting for either shards or alloys, but after you got some of the exotic ciphers and also the Spoils Conquest. And the final category or reward is just Mementos. And that's just exactly what it is. It's just Mementos. You can get Gambit Mementos, Vanguard Mementos, Iron Banner Mementos, but I know most of you guys will probably be interested on some of the limited time event Mementos. Things like the Festival of the Lost, the Dawning, the Guardian Games, these are here as well, and they all pretty much cost 1 token. And I pretty much just think that the Mementos are like the lowest priority thing. You know, if you have some leftover tokens, maybe go for some Mementos that you missed out on if you really want them. But that's pretty much like the only time that I will go for Mementos. So that's what I think that you should spend your BENTO tokens on. Let me know in the comments below if you have some different opinions, or you just want to tell me about the things that you got with your BENTO tokens. That will be good as well. And remember to pick up your Chatterwhite shader once you use 5 of the BENTO tokens, since that's when it unlocks. And now you guys will be able to pretty much have the light and white shader. So I'm sure a lot of people are going to be rocking that in the tower. But thank you for stopping by, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care everyone, have a good rest of your day. Peace.